Hey everyone, it's BlueLizardJello and welcome to Thymesia, a new Souls-like by Overborder Studio and published by Team 17. A huge thanks to Team 17 for sending me a very early press review code. Very excited. I've actually been reaching out to them over the last few months, telling them I was very much looking forward to playing Thymesia, and they just reached out and said, hey, go ahead and let us know what you think, which is very exciting. And we're gonna jump right in. Now, I have played about an hour or so of this just to make sure everything was working and I had the recording correctly set up. But I'm gonna dive right in and we will go through the tutorial and I'll give my honest thoughts and impressions. Right off the bat, I will say it's interesting, to say the very least. Thymesia, I've been trying to suss out what exactly the name means. THYM is a prefix that often is associated with soul or mind, and then Asia. Obviously, one of the words that comes to mind is amnesia, the loss of memory or the forgetting of previous events. So maybe it's the loss of the soul. I don't know. We'll have to try and play around with that as we go through the story together. Hermes Fortress. Hermes Kingdom, the land of alchemy. It's said that the alchemy employed here transforms diseases into antidotes. The people of Hermes were protected by this mystical art, and the kingdom became one of the most powerful nations on the continent. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. It wasn't until the livestock began dying and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain that they realized a deadly plague had befallen them. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the sickness and ghastly creatures, but their efforts were futile, and despair engulfed the entire continent. Hermes' kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of a miraculous alchemical science, which was able to turn the plague into a cure. As the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. But where there is light, there will always be shadow. Interesting that the ellipsis there is at the top of the word, not the bottom. Right, so here we are. Basic controls, we should be pretty familiar with those by now. We are going to get a lot of messages popping up here in this beginning. Kind of a cool character design. Of course, we got the Plague Doctor look going on with the Plague Doctor mask. Yeah, I can get on board with it. So we do have a couple of really simple weapons. We have a saber and I guess that's kind of like a parrying dagger. We haven't learned deflections yet, but we'll learn that pretty quickly. But I think that's what we have in our left hand. We also do have a claw attack, but I don't actually see any sort of claw weapon. So I guess it really is just our physical hand. So not much going on in the menus as of right now. We do have a talent tree. We'll be looking at that when we unlock it. Everything is currently locked. Okay, there it is. The Bloodstained Dagger, I guess, is what we're holding. And we use it to last visit or go to the last visited beacon, but lose all of our memory shards. Yeah, you can go through and actually reread all of the tutorials, which I absolutely always appreciate, really and truly. Although it's interesting that we actually have some that we haven't seen before. In fact, maybe I just didn't read these when I was going through the test, but super armor. Enemies gain super armor when attacking. Corvus can damage the enemy during this time, but the enemy attack will not be interrupted. Some heavier enemies always have super armor. Ooh, okay. Counterattack, repeatedly attacking an enemy fills their counter-attack gauge and may cause them to perform a counterattack. Unlocking and equipping specific talents and plague weapons can make the counterattack gauge fill up slower or even reset it. I didn't know that about the counterattack. I've definitely been the victim of some. Okay, not much going on in lore. We'll take a look more at the menus as we start to unlock them. A lot of these shinies are story points, are lore points. In fact, as far as collecting items, it's a different color altogether, I believe. I think all of these, I guess this is just white, are memories. But let's see. Yeah, so we just got a collection of memories, level 1 consumable. You saw that in the top right. I use those to actually gain memory fragments, which is essentially the XP of this game. Administrative order. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes Kingdom is declaring a state of emergency. All citizens must abide by the following orders. 1. All citizens are forbidden from going out. Essential supplies will be distributed by the knights. 2. Any sightings of plague-like symptoms or mutations must be immediately reported to the knights to be dealt with. 3. Any corpses or unclean objects must be handed over to the relevant personnel for incineration and purification. Effective date: immediately. Crumpled up piece of paper. Follow the commands and search for the cores. So I believe that was for me. Saber attack, wounds, and execution. This is where it starts to get interesting. The attack, they're simple, at least to begin with. It definitely opens up a little bit later on, but right bumper or your standard R1 to perform a saber attack. Use B to dodge enemies. Now, here's where it kind of differs just a little bit from other action RPGs. Saber attacks deal damage to the enemy and leave wounds. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period. When the enemy's health and wounds are both 0, they will become dazed, and a dazed enemy can be executed with another light attack. So you're going to see that here as I start to attack. Now he's left with a wound, and if I actually let him go for a time, there it is. He actually goes back to full, or at least as full as it was. There we go. So then he became dazed. I got that little red reticle, and allows me to get the execution. So we'll do it again. Back up. There's the daze indicator. So far, so good. All right. Should be, I think, another. Yeah, so here's the deflection. LB or L1 right before the attack hits to deflect it. This is your very standard parry system. It negates damage, and it actually deflects, deflecting the enemy attack damages the enemy. Oh, boy, reading comprehension at this hour. So it somehow damages the enemy, which is kind of odd, but you'll see here, if I get the deflection, well, I saw that there. It damaged the enemy, but I still have to get the actual wound down before I'm able to get the execution. There it is. Perfect. I haven't been able to find too much in ways of secrets. Even when I'm breaking barrels and crates and exploring, there's not a whole lot. Here's something, though. This wasn't glowing. Okay, that's because it's the same administrative order, so in case you missed the first one, you can collect it here. Again, that's fair. You would think that these administrative orders would be posted along the town sides here. Lock on, of course. Lock on. Pretty straightforward. R3, clicking that in. Take care of you. Some easy attacks. Got a key to a plaza. I just got hit because I wasn't paying attention. And we got the key to the plaza. I do have a health potion that just kind of flashed up real quick. Up on the D-pad will allow me to heal. Perfect. Pretty quick. And here we have some sort of super enemy, kind of a mutated enemy. This is where critical attacks are going to become a thing. You are the devourer. Wield your claws. Tear apart. It came and went really quickly. So right trigger, or R2, to perform a claw attack. The claw attack deals a lot of enemy damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. So this is what reduces the wound after you've damaged the enemy with your saber. This does very little, almost no damage if they haven't been wounded. So let's open him up a little bit. Oh, he got some super armor there, as we learned. Oh, terrible. Let's get some wound damage going. Got him. Oh, I guess that was that counterattack, that kick. Let's back up and heal. What do you got for me? Well, there we go. Obtaining a plague weapon. Each enemy has a unique plague weapon. This is also very different. Corvus can reave this for his own use. Hold right trigger to fully charge Corvus's claw and release a reeve to plague. My gosh. I should just read slower. And release to reeve a plague weapon. Reeve deals even more damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. Corvus is vulnerable whilst charging the claw, so it is safer to perform on dazed enemies. So now, if I hold this down, I got his weapon. It's a plague weapon. It's a one-time use only right now. There are ways to unlock them for repeated use using another stat called energy. But we have super armor when casting plague weapons, but still takes damage. So we won't be interrupted, but we're still going to take damage. I'm going to heal up here. But I am going to go ahead and use this at the next enemy. Here we go. So there is the plague weapon. Pretty cool. And the plague weapons can be upgraded with some materials that we haven't yet started collecting. All right. Oh. You want to come to me? I'll grab your plague weapon. There we go. So we're going to get your dagger. You out. There we go. You know what? Here's a question. Can I... Actually, I'm going to try and daze you. Can I get another plague weapon from you? I would think not. Oh, you can. You can reave more than one from the same enemy. I did not know that. Anonymous Soldier's Diary, number 1. By the way, this could still be an early build. I'm playing this full actually a little over 2 weeks before the game releases on August 18th. And it definitely seems like some of the descriptions, or at least the names of the items, could be placeholders, so keep that in mind. The King's Dagger and the Grey Armor. They are our last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of the sickness. A little bit of world building here. Okay, so now we have a beacon, this little chair looking thing. We can rest here. It'll resurrect most enemies, very common. It'll also heal us, give us back our potions, and give us a chance to do any sort of upgrading or leveling up, if that option is available. So we rest here. Now you can see we can't actually do anything just yet other than to rest and get our potions back and our health back up to full. Feathers, as lethal as iron arrows, pierce their weaknesses. So now we're going to learn about critical attacks. I thought it was the last enemy. There's going to be a few ways we can deal with critical attacks. One of them, though, is with feathers. Feathers are this projectile attack that we can use, and we can use it pretty much at any time. You can see kind of in the bottom right, just below where it says potions, which is that little orb looking thing, 3 of 3. We have 3 of them. They will regenerate, I think it's at the base level, it's once every 10 seconds. But if we see a flash of green, which is when a critical attack is about to be cast, then we have to wait before the actual attack hits us. You don't actually want to cast it as soon as the green glow appears, but rather when the attack's about to hit you, you cast Feather and it breaks a critical attack and it stuns the enemies. So we're gonna have to give that a go. So that's left trigger for a Feather. Okay, so that's a standard attack. Wait for the flash. I just want to test it out. That's a regular. Oh, back up. Come on now. You're supposed to be showing us off. There it is, and I wasn't ready for it because I was trying to get into some more open space. All right. Oh, that was quite the leap. There we go. Good deflection. And that would have been good for a Feather. Back up. Oh, right. Way too late. But you can see I'm back up to... Oh, wrong button. So I can dodge through it as well. I just can't deflect it. That's the big thing with the critical attacks. Okay. Good deflection there. Back up. What do you got for me? I gotta be a little bit more aggressive here. Oh, see, I did a little bit too early there. Just missed it. And I was watching one of the developer videos talking about the feathers, and they had said, oh, I went for the cleave. Oh, that was really good. Oh, that was really, really good. And the developer's message actually, I gotta get up there. There we go. Oh, I should have cleaved them again. Key to the cemetery. But anyway, the developers were saying that you can't actually treat the critical attacks like a quick time event. And I appreciated that because I really was struggling Again, it's not when the green flashes, it's when the attack is coming towards you that you need to interrupt it. All right, that went fairly well, I would say. Resident's diary. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, but after the outbreak, all have gone mad. All right, let's keep pushing forward. Almost done with the tutorial. It's not very long, and I can appreciate that. A little bit more to explore down here, not a lot. So this is one thing that just kind of, it makes me sad a little bit. Now, this is not an open world game. It does feel rather linear, and that's okay. I don't mind linear games, but when you have a ladder over there, I just look at that and think, I want to go up there. Even though it doesn't go to anywhere. I want to explore it. Okay, so it looks like we got another guy here capable of criticals, so let's... There we go. That was really good. In fact, let's go for a nice reeve here. There we go. Excellent. So we got his plague weapon, and he is now dead. Let's go ahead and use this. Why not? And claw. Excellent. I do like the pole arm for the plague weapon. It's really good. Paper on the ground, number 2. Again, possible placeholders. The pathway to all regions of the kingdom are either lined with monsters or blocked by soldiers. None can leave and none can enter. Rather ominous here. Oh, and I didn't get the full reeve there. I didn't actually hold it down long enough to get his plague weapon. That's okay. All right, see, nothing here. I haven't been rewarded in the short time that I was playing. I haven't been rewarded much by exploring. A couple of memories and memory fragments, and that's about it so far. Okay, now, as is typical with Souls-like games, there is a tutorial boss that is expected to kill you. If you die to him, you go on to the next area, which is going to be the hub of the game. Obviously, I haven't beat him. I'm going to give it, the old college try, but I expect that I'm going to be sent to the hub pretty quickly. Yeah, this guy's pretty aggressive. And I've been playing really poorly and defensively, so... Oh, yep, there it is. I got to give myself some distance. But you know the reason you fight? Oh, good dodge. Oh, I missed the deflection. Oh, I also just noticed Varg has a couple of diamonds next to his health bar. Does that mean that I have to whittle those down that far? Good deflection. Oh, another deflection. I want to try to get his weapon. Is that possible? It certainly is. Oh, that would have been. Oh, that was actually okay. Oh, no. Gotta run away. Gotta heal. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a bit. Yeah, well. Ah, no! I actually got startled there. I think, with some practice, it's a very doable fight. But quite the end to Corvus. So now we're at Philosopher's Hill. Hermes' kingdom is built on top of a colossal tree. When national issues became too overwhelming, kings of past generations would retreat to the core of this mystical forest. Legend has it that here they can access the wisdom of their ancestors. As such, it has been given the name Philosopher's Hill. This is alchemy, is how I'm choosing to pronounce. Corvus, you're finally awake. I was worried about you. You were badly hurt. Luckily, you made it back in time. I don't think I made it back in time. I was sent here. Corvus, do you remember what you did? You need the right formula to use Hermes' answer. It appears that the injury caused you to lose your memory, so perhaps it would be helpful to start with a description of what you still remember. Come back when you've got your memories in order. Until then, you can walk around. It might help jog your memory. Corvus, are you ready to recall? Ooh, nope, I don't think I'm ready just yet. Let's go ahead and walk around. So, I have my weapons, and yet there's also the same saber and that dagger with a note on the table here. We got an axe, we got a longbow, a couple of hammers. Bed that I imagine I just slept in. What else we got? Hermes Royal Bulletin. The families of the Knightly Order petitioned the king to stop sending knights to battle outside the kingdom's borders. The former chairman of the Institute for Alchemical Studies, Emerald, has officially appointed someone to take her position. Emerald said that she wanted someone with even greater abilities than herself to lead the alchemical research in Hermes. The Twilight Circus, hailing from the Sea of Trees, was once again invited to perform in the royal court. As expected, Ringmaster Odur's new performance was received with great acclaim from all who had attended the Twilight Circus. I've seen that name before in an upcoming area that I have traveled to. Okay, map menu. Corvus can recall his memories by revisiting locations and quests on the map. More memories and locations are unlocked when Corvus starts to remember. Okay, so that's the recall. So probably the same thing. There's a beacon, but I can't do anything with it. Same thing that Isami was saying. I can recall using the map. Here's Isami's journal. Philosopher's Hill is the royal family's sanctuary. Every fall, Father would take us here. He says that on the hill he is not king, but merely a father and a friend. There is no need for formalities here, he would say. After the outbreak, domestic matters became pressing, and our visits to this place grew less and less. Philosopher's Hill, I don't think there's really much I can do out here. That door definitely doesn't open. No shiny over here. Yeah, nothing there, but, a note, ancient words by the gate. It is the exhortation of former kings. He who examines himself shall never be lost. I don't know, I get lost fairly frequently, despite examining. Edward the Blessed's notes. What brings me the greatest joy is coming to Philosopher's Hill with the children every year. Watching them run about, playing together, never fails to help me forget the turmoil in the kingdom. Recently, some strange sicknesses plagued the lands beyond our borders. I must make sure our kingdom is prepared. Edward the Blessed. I haven't run into any more information on him. So it looks like that's it for Philosopher's Hill. And I think instead of using the map, I will go talk to Isami about recalling. Is there anything else interesting to take note of? No. Just a lot of drying herbs and plants a la Skyrim. All right. Isami, I think I'm ready to recall. Okay. So yeah, just like the map, it just takes me to the next area, which is the Sea of Trees, which we know the Twilight Circus hails from the Sea of Trees. In the early days of the plague, the nobles banished all criminals, the poor, and the sickly to a lower level of the kingdom known as the Sea of Trees. Being poor is a crime. Sounds familiar. The upper rings of society living above the slum care nothing of their lives. They refer to them as the hopeless, letting them succumb to sickness and all manner of ghastly creatures. I need to search for the cores. All right. Let's head to the Sea of Trees. In the early days of the plague, the nobles banished all criminals, the poor, the sick. I just read this. Strike that. I hope that mouse wasn't in this shot at all times. I really hope. All right. So now we can start leveling up, and there's only 3 stats to level, so that makes it easy to a sense. But every time you level, you also get a talent point, and then you have to go to the talent tree, and this is kind of where I get a little bit not quite overwhelmed. But let's see here. So actually, let's go back, because I think Isami actually shows up at the beacons. That's interesting. So here are my stats. Level 1, you can see my attack damage, amount of wounds, claw damage, etc., etc. Plague weapons. We do have a slot for 1 plague weapon, but we haven't actually learned how to get that plague weapon yet. We also have a potion on the right-hand side, and it says what type of potion it is and what it does. So that's going to change. Here's our talent tree, but also what I want to do is get to my items. So we have the keys that we collected, the bloodstained dagger, but I have 9 collection of memories. Can I? Yeah, yes, you can use all of them. I'm gonna use all 9. How much does that give me? Oh, it didn't say. I had 1160 before, so 900, so they're worth 100 apiece. Okay, that's pretty simple. Simple math. All right, so I have 2060 memory fragments. Let's go ahead and level up. How many is this gonna give me? A total of 3 levels. Okay, so strength boosts my saber damage. Vitality, of course, increases my health, and then plague is claw damage and energy. Energy is how we're going to be using our quote-unquote permanent plague weapons, which are very, very useful. I'm thinking I like the claw and I like the plague weapons. Not as worried about the saber damage yet. So let's focus on a little bit of health, a little bit of plague. So that's going to give us 2 talents. Okay. So 2 talents. Oh, wait, I can do 1 more. That's right. Do I want to do another thing in health? That's not, it doesn't go up very much. 14 points seems like very little. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's play a little bit safer. Now we've unlocked the talent menu. Oh boy. So the ones that are highlighted, of course, are the ones that we kind of started with. So saber attacks, level 1 3-hit combo, saber in air attack, right bumper to perform a fast downward. I've only found one way of actually getting into the air, and that is the move he's doing right there, which is actually something you have to unlock. And then the last one is execution, which we already have. Then there's deflection, there's dodge, there's claw, there's feather, and there's strategies. Now the strategies is actually pretty useful. Now, plague weapon, this actually talks about how you can cast your reaved plague weapon. That's what you actually pull off of enemies by using your claw attack. Or you can cast your equipped plague weapon with Y, which is something that you can actually unlock here. That just unlocks the second plague weapon. But this one, plague wounds, dealing damage to the enemy, leaves wounds, yada yada. So this extends the time before enemy wounds start healing. So pretty useful if you play it very defensively. Blessing. This actually reminds me of Monster Hunter, where you would get the blessing where every so often you would actually get 10% less damage, which is very nice. Energy reflux, that's energy back on damage. Luck 1 slightly increases item drop rate. Haven't really felt the need to have that. Perfectionist, I don't know what the offensive buff is. I'm guessing it just increases your overall damage. So while your health is full, you gain a stack of offensive buff. Adrenaline, this is the opposite of that. So when you're lower than 20% health, you gain a, you know, that's interesting. Permanently gain. I don't think they know what the word permanently means. Permanently gain 1 stack of offensive buff. If your health's above 20%, the buff is lost. Well, then it's not permanent. I mean, very, very clearly. Let's take a look at the feathers, though. Feather dart, full wings, and growing feathers. So this is when successfully interrupting critical attack with a feather dart, gain a stack of predator swiftness buff. Greatly increase the charging speed of your next predator's claw. Okay. And then that opens up to a few others, but what do we, come on, up. This brings me to 5 feathers, and this regenerates feathers every 8 seconds. And then this one is whenever a feather dart, feather dash, or intercept wing hits an enemy, a little bit of energy restored. And then claw, long claw. Press right trigger again right after a long claw to perform a second attack. So this just creates a combo, which is really, really handy, and I think I'm going to be taking that. Short claw, perform a series of short-range claw attacks up to 3. When hitting an enemy with the short claw, gain 1 stack of offensive buff. Does that mean I have to go either or? Super armor while performing a predator's claw. That's actually kind of nice, so you can't be deflected there. Energized claws, whenever I deal damage through claw attacks, more energy will be restored, and then gliding claw. No, so this is another move you can do while you're in the air with the claw, which is pretty cool, but you need to actually get this. Step and jump level 1. So dash towards the enemy right before the critical attack hits to jump and interrupt it. And then you can come down either with a saber attack or a claw attack if you've unlocked them. During certain on-hit animations, press B to get up quickly. Long dodge, basically 2 dodges. That's a second dodge, but they're both short. It does sound like these are either ors, huh? All right, deflections. Level 2, enemy counterattack gauge is reduced, so they're less likely to attack you back, or kind of counter-attack you, I guess. Defense, hold LB to enter defensive mode. So 60% attack damage is reduced, but of course, critical attack still doesn't do anything. Energize deflect. While successfully deflecting or blocking, some energy will be restored. And then Saber, let's see. 5-hit combo, I do like that. Saber in-air attack, healing execution. I like this one a lot. When performing execution, some health and energy will be restored. I think I'm gonna take that right away. I like that. Sharp, wait, can you? I don't know if you can actually get these back at any time. I can unlearn it, but that might be because I haven't actually saved it. Increases saber attack damage. This would obviously stack really well with strength, and then restore energy when hitting enemies with saber attacks. I do like that one, but I think I'm gonna go with step and jump because it's very, very flashy, and I like that. And then I might go with I don't know. This is interesting because this is already long claw. If I go this way, I kind of want to try this. Perform a series of short range. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. And then we go back. Now, if I go back into that, can I unlearn? It says you can unlearn. Oh, okay. So now what we need to do, of course it doesn't open from the side, we need to find someone who can perform a critical attack. And we need to, okay, I like that. And we need to try that step attack. So look, there's my my offensive buff. Whoa. So that's up to +4. Now let's see, attack damage is 27 and my wounding was 81. Let's see when that stack goes down. Does it go all the way? Yes, so it just disappeared. All right, so that stack of 4 brought me up to 27. So definitely benefits you to just go ahead and kill things nice and quick. Yeah, I like that. All right. There we go. Got you. Oh, we're up to +5 now, so that's 28 damage. All right, it's not huge, but it's something, right? Oh, here we go. Here's a little secret. And what do we got? It is collection of memories. All right, Village Elders Manuscript number 1. Several days ago, some mysterious visitors arrived at the village hoping to talk with me. I never had a good feeling about the people from above. After all, they are the ones who abandoned us. But they are royal guards. I could not just avoid them. They asked a lot about the circus, the Twilight Circus. Yes, I've heard of them. Hey, look at that. Tattered Twilight Circus recruitment ad. Twilight Circus has the following openings. No restrictions or qualifications. All able-bodied applicants welcome. Porter, 20 positions. Street vendor, 10 positions. 5 males and 5 females. Will be required to undergo a physical examination and perform clerical duties within the tent. Outstanding compensation. Interested parties, please contact. Contact who? You assume that I'm not interested? For shame. I'm very, very much interested. All right, I'm getting into this a little bit. Not so much the, Twilight Forest. All right, here we go. Oh, way too early. Do you want to give me a critical? That'd be fun. What am I doing? Oh. Drop down. Playing badly. Okay, so that just completely resets them. They don't actually go down ladders. That's interesting. Let's get, I want to get a, there we go. Nice daze on him. That way we can reave your weapon. All right, we got some hand axe skill shards. So those are to upgrade plague weapons. There we go, got you. Twilight Circus poster, so this is a different one, not the recruitment. We have returned, a brand new program made just for you. the audience, with featured acts such as Big Clown Beatorama, Dagger's Fatal Roll Call, and the highly anticipated The Grand Illusionists, Odur's mysterious finale. Every Saturday and Sunday, just at the brink of dusk, the Circus tents open for you. All right. Oh, there's a little something down here. Okay. I'm gonna heal up just in case. So I can drop back down, it seems, and that's where the beacon is. Tree Blessed's Manuscript. The exiled have created a settlement that surrounds the sacred trees. These towering deities protect us from monsters and plagues. The prophets say that just carrying the broken twig of a sacred tree can drive off the pestilence. Don't drop down there. No, no. Do, however, want to go down here. And I've already... Oh! Okay, so now we're... Nice little shortcut, and that's probably just another recruitment. Just the circus poster. Okay. So I could rest because I only have the one potion left. I think I'll push on a little bit more. I really want to try that step jump attack. Okay, so did we come from this direction? We did, yes. Okay. So we just go up this bridge. Perfect, thank you. I should probably be using those a little bit more freely, I would think. Is that a living enemy? Nope. Note from an unknown hopeless. Number 1, I want to join the circus in order to provide for my family. There are rumors floating around that some people go into the tent and never come out, but the pay is so good that nobody really cares. The staff member that did my health check said my body is just what they're looking for. No idea what that means, but to hell with it. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, join it. Yep, a little shiny there. That's just a free collection of memories, no note. A lot of notes to read early on. Kind of like a surprising amount, and I think now I'm just heading backwards, right? Yep. Yep. So, gone that away. All right, so let's go up the ladder. Actually, I think it's a pair of ladders here. No, not yet. See, I'm already getting turned around. I think I'm missing a ladder over on this platform. Right? Or maybe it's just up the next bridge. I get turned around so easily in these, you know I do. Good. Come on, I'm gonna get some deflections on you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't want to use a potion. There's the... Oh! Rosemary. Oh, I got an ingredient. I actually... Whoops. Crud. I'm gonna heal up. I don't think I got an ingredient last time I was playing. Okay, so it looks like I got plus 25 health back for doing that. All right, good enough. All right, notes on Hermes' life, Sea of Trees. Almost every residence in the forest is constructed around the sacred trees. People believe that if they are close to the trees, they will receive their blessings and protection. Even those whose names are not in direct contact with the sacred trees will carry tiny branches to drive off the plague. Yeah, just lots of these notes. Lots and lots. Okay, nothing there. Or there. Okay, that note wasn't shiny, so nothing I need to concern myself with. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna wait for this one to come. Didn't mean to actually do that. Let's go ahead and start with a nice plague weapon. How's that? Okay, yep, 25 health back for that. Excellent, another memory. Twilight Circus recruitment. Twilight Circus is urgently seeking porters and carpenters. 50 positions available, no restrictions or qualifications. Yep. And then this right here, so this poison, if I go in there, you can see I can start to take on that poison, but I just kind of highlight this pustule. 3 quick feathers ought to do it. Gross. Oh, shiny in the barrel. Get a lot of these consumable memories though. And I'm over 1,000 again, so that should be pretty nice once I get back to the beacon. Whoa! Oh, bad deflection. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I can't heal. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, he got me up. I panicked, deflected. All right, so back to the beacon. Lost my memories, of course. Now, the one thing I'm forgetting... Oh, I haven't unlocked it yet. Okay, so even though I have a spot for a plague weapon, other than the one that I reave, I don't have the ability to get it just yet. Alright, so we'll just kind of rush back through a little bit. Oh, can't see. Good, got the health back. Yeah, that's as long as you're aggressive, you get health back really quickly from that. That's nice. I don't think I realized it was that effective. Uh-oh. Back up, back up. Get the execution on you. Okay, just need to remember where to go from here. All right, let's go up. Okay, good. Remember, she has a pretty nasty combo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're just clearing them. We're just absolutely wiping the floor with them. This is great. But I missed my turn somewhere. Right in here. Is this where the pustule was? It is. Yep. All right. Good. Keep going. Keep pushing. And then right through here, I think, is where... Yeah, here we go. Okay, back up, back up. Don't go too crazy now. Let's get my memories back. There it is. Yes! Oh, did I not unlock it? There it is. I must not have unlocked the claw attack when you're in the air. I thought I had. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, so now we can unlock a plague weapon. So we can use skill shards to unlock or upgrade plague weapons, but we need to do that at a beacon. Okay, that we can do. Let's keep going. Not all the episodes will necessarily be this long, but kind of thought this was... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the pustule. Oh, shoot. You. So definitely cleaving is the way to go for getting these extra drops too. They seems to have a higher chance of dropping them. All right, wait for one more feather. Come on now. Oh boy, there it is. Okay, anything hiding in some? Oh, there's a ladder right there. Okay, where does that lead? Well, I won't know for a minute because I'm gonna have to wait for those feathers to come back. Oh, get out of the poison. I haven't let the poison actually affect me, so I don't know how bad it is. And I don't intend to try it now. Village Elders Manuscript number 2. I told them I didn't know what's in the buckets, but they just kept asking, even requesting to speak with villagers who have worked in the tent. My nephew actually worked in the tent, and he said that the buckets were filled with oddly shaped small creatures. But the circus folk are one of us, the Tree Blessed, so how could I possibly reveal their secret? Small creatures in the buckets. I, as a boy, used to come home with small creatures in buckets, and as an adult, I still do. Keep climbing the sea of trees. Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a boss arena. Oh, definitely want to go for the deflection there. I don't know if I had to parry or heal there. Oh. Come on now. I don't want to play this carefully. Oh, gosh, wow. I don't know how you timed that one. Oh, I don't know why I'm not deflecting any of those. Oh, feels like I'm getting a little input lag. That's not good. Yeah, that's gonna make it impossible. Well, tell you what, I think that's actually probably a good place to end part 1. Pick up right here in part 2. So it's an interesting little game. Combat has a little bit more nuance than I think maybe it had in the demo. I didn't play the demo, but I did hear that the combat seemed really, really simplistic for the at least the early stages of the game, and I don't know, I'm finding it enjoyable, and I can't wait to keep playing with some of the different level and skill tree combinations. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying, and if you give this game a chance, let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.